I wanted to share a thought with you guys this morning. Hopefully I'll keep this sweet and short. A lot of times we don't really think about the effects of sin and how far it actually reaches. As I study Scripture, I see several things that seem to pop out at me from the pages. Things that I'm not sure every Christian gets, and so I want to post this. As we read about sin, we see that it affects the entire world. First off, we see that all sin leads to death. So that doesn't matter, how do I put this? It doesn't matter what type of sin it is, it's going to lead to death. It can be as small as a little white lie, as we call it, or as big as someone murdering somebody else. There's also something that I see in Scripture is that just because we sin and God holds us autonomously responsible for our sin does not mean that it does not affect someone else. As we read in Joshua, we see that about 30-something men lost their lives because one man, Achan, sinned. Also, we see the ultimate example of this in Adam, where sin passed to all men, and so all men died. Sin reverberates off of every tree, rock, and tiny piece of sand in creation. Once you have sinned, it is not over. Let me repeat that. Once you have sinned, the effects of that sin are not done. The sin continues to reverberate throughout creation. Sometimes, as I sit and ponder these things, and this may be hot, really hard and heavy, but your sin can affect someone across the globe in a place that you don't even know. Why? Because all of creation groans, waiting for the redemption of God's saints, Paul talks about. So, as we see these kinds of scripture passages, we understand that sin affects every tiny crack and crevice. Sin can do something as horrible as affect someone across the globe when they have nothing to do with that sin. This is why we have to be so vigilant to go against our own natures in just doing as we feel like doing. We have to seek the Spirit. We have to seek living in God's presence on a daily basis. Because as we sin, it reverberates throughout creation and cannot be reversed. Please leave your comments below. I look forward to the discussion.